All right, guys. So this story is about a guy who got this barista to fall in love with him. And the strategy he used is something that we all can learn from. Okay. This requires patience, like I said, and it requires certain nonverbal cues that radiates dominance and masculinity. And honestly, you guys are gonna watch it with me, and you're gonna say, "Okay, that's actually kind of brilliant. Okay, maybe I should stop smiling so much." Watch this; it's kind of good. It's really good. Let's see.
Boyfriend and I asked each other out at the same time. Today marks 2 years since we asked each other out, and I
Make sure we get the right view.
think about it, and I love how we met, because I think we have the best meet cute in all of history. And I also don't want to forget any of it because I feel like even just 2 years later, I'm starting to forget some of the things.
We're gonna watch the whole video, and then I'm gonna give you guys my take and watch it while we I give you guys my opinion on it because I think it's better that we watch the whole video and then watch it again.
So I thought I would document it for everyone to see, I guess, whoever wants to watch this. To set the scene, it is June 26th, 2022. This is a picture from that day. Anthony remembers exactly what I was wearing the day that we met, so I actually have documentation of it, thanks to BeReal. But he came in to my coffee shop. I worked at a really horrible coffee shop in downtown Seattle, and I immediately was like, this is like the hottest guy on planet Earth, I think. But we had hot customers sometimes, and he looked like
I'm gonna stop this, right? It looks matter, but not that much, right? Because there's a lot of attractive guys, and if you see him, he's an attractive guy, but you know what I'm saying? It was what really made him stand out was his mannerism, which which is what we're gonna be talking about.
he could be 25 and probably married. And not to say that married men didn't hit on me a lot, but I was like, he's probably older and married, and I'm only 19 at the time. So, like 2 weeks go by, he comes in every once in a while.
Older guys see these types of women think that older guys don't like younger women, and the only guys that like younger women, like 19, are like fucking pervs. Like they have a twisted view of what reality is.
I make him his coffee. He doesn't say a word other than his order, and then he leaves. I was like, he just also kind of has a resting. This is what he looks like when he's just
Let's
sitting.
watch that again.
He's probably older and married, and I'm only 19 at the time. So, like 2 weeks go by, he comes in every once in a
2 weeks go by, so it's not like he's seeing her every day, right? Um, it's always really good to personally, I would prefer to create a pattern where you see her every day and then you go to seeing her sporadically. You get her comfortable, and then once you get her comfortable with seeing you, then you break the pattern.
while. I make him his coffee. He doesn't say a word other than his order, and then he leaves. I was
And this is counter to me. Usually when I order is, hey, can I get an order? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice place for you. Like, thank you. Bye bye. Right? Because I'm thinking I'm trying to be nice. What he does is this. Can I get my order? Thank you. And what this does, what you don't understand is that to a woman, you look like you don't want nothing from her. Like you come across as you don't want, as long as you're well dressed, you don't look like a murderer, a psychopath. This creates a like, who is that person? And that's the type of mystery that I like. The seriousness, where it creates tension.
like, he just also kind of has a resting. This is what he looks like when he's just sitting with it.
Okay, let me make sure that you guys can see that right there, right? That's his face. So he does have a resting bitch, like a Middle Eastern guy, right? And that women like that because it comes across as mysterious and it comes across as dominant. Even that photo, right? Most likely he's a an avoidant type of attachment style type of person, which creates that. Like when you have cold
He
parents.
looks kind of mean.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
thought that
See,
he was just like not a very nice person, maybe. Oh, and also on the 4th of July, I didn't know at the time, obviously, but he sent this to one of his best friends. So he was.
so let's read this, right? Let's read it. Um, as you can see, he told her, I met, mark my words, I'm asking out the barista by the end of the month. Notice how he's waiting. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Patience. Most guys would have asked her out the first day. Most guys would have asked her out the first week. To have that bad boy energy. Women fall in love with the bad boy energy. And you do it with patience, with a little bit of coldness, them seeing you every day, and just having infinite patience. Honestly, for example, with me, with women, I learned that if I don't sleep with them on the first date, or if I don't sleep with them when they want me to sleep with them, it gives me power. I come across as more relaxed, as less needy and creepy. And women get self-conscious and they start putting in more effort. That's the bad boy method.
Very clearly interested at the time, and I just had no idea. Okay, fast forward like sometime in the next month after that, and he comes in one day and we start talking, and I find out that we go to the same school, we are in the same major, we only are like a couple years.
First of all, notice, let me put this on mute. Notice that she said that we started talking after a month or more, and him giving her the mysterious, look. He suddenly smiles at her and talks. It's like when I used to go to this Jamaican restaurant. They didn't talk to me for like 3 whole months. But I went there every fucking day. And I went there so much that after the fourth or third month, they smiled at me. And I'm like, oh my God, they smiled. It's exactly that. Where you're cold and you're like, why the fuck does this person is cold? But you see them all the time. So you see them, but you question. You're like, why does this person smile? Everyone smiles. Why don't they smile? Right? Like it does create that question. And so when they finally do talk to you, you're like, oh my God, they're talking. And so you're more keen to talk. And notice how they talked about, I promise you she asked more questions. I promise you she asked more questions because she couldn't believe that he's finally talking to her. You guys get what I'm saying? It's subtle, but it makes that's what really makes all the difference, to be honest with you. Because if you would see that guy when he finally talked to her, you'd be like, oh wow, he got game. But it's like, nah, bro, he was preparing that a long time ago. He's just sowing the seeds that he planted. The seeds of his dick. Let's keep listening.
Years apart in age, and that we live like 2 blocks apart from each other.
One thing, proximity. Proximity is the one thing that predicts who you're going to marry and who you're going to hook up with. The closer you live together, the higher the likelihood that you're going to get with them. That's a fact.
Like in a different part of town. Like, what? I was like, no way. He just knows where I live. Like, he somehow found me and stalked me, because there's no way that this man, who seems like he's flirting with me, is my age, in my major. Like, what? And lives so close to me. Like, and he's so hot. Like, make it make sense. I was so in awe. Anyway, now it's August.
Listen, she was in awe, but I promise you, you're not in awe by those type of shit. These coincidences happen all the time. It's just that when we like someone, when we're intrigued by someone, when you sow the seeds of mystery. By the way, look at him. He's a good-looking guy, but come on, man, let's be honest, right? When you sow the seeds of mystery, anything you do looks interesting. They laugh at your jokes, not because you're funny, but because she likes you. She's laughing because of your value. She's reacting to your value.
Nice. I post this to my close friend's Snapchat.
So let's read what she said, actually. She said, let's see, because it's fucking big. Well, the words. This guy works across the street, comes in to get an Americano. His name is blank. He's 20 and he's bio major and he lives 3 blocks from me. Oh my God, he grew up in a small town. The hardcore flirt with me every time and he's so cute, but he hasn't asked me out yet. Exactly, right? So it's one of those things that you don't give that knockout punch early. That's the problem. Too many guys ask the women out too soon. Wait. Women are masters at waiting. And so when you show that you have patience, then you actually make them chase harder. You just wait. Don't make a move. Just don't make a move. Women, like, when you don't make a move, don't make a move. I can promise you. Or when you do make a move, they'll be more receptive. The first sign, any guy that makes a move at the first sign of interest is just insecure. Don't make the first move at the first. Let that brood. Let that simmer. Cause Lord have mercy, she got the heavies, bro.
Because I'm like, should I ask this man out? I had to have all of my friends,
See?
including one of my best friends.
She only needed one goofy ass friend to tell her ask him out. She only needed that one goofy friend to tell her that shit. Or that dumbass dating coach to tell her. Tell you this method, this bad boy method does work.
It was like, you need to ask him out. Like, he's probably just nervous.
You see?
He probably thinks it's weird to ask.
That's why they'll make the first move. Because you're showing interest. At first you didn't show interest. Now you're showing interest, but you're not asking her out. Maybe he's shy. And then women, her goofy friends, tell her, ask him out. That's why you
post this.
The friends are always your friends.
Snapchat. Because I'm like, should I ask this man out? I had to have all of my friends, including one of my best friends, was like, you need to ask him out. Like, he's probably just nervous. He probably thinks it's weird to ask out a barista, which it is, unless she's like hardcore flirting with you. Do not ask out your barista unless she's flirting with you. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm like, okay, I'll ask him out. Sure. Next time he comes in. Here is me the next day.
Update on Anthony, who works across this. First of all, she's toxic. I've decided to, next time he comes, I'm going to ask him how, write his name in a cup. I don't see him very often. You see? So I'll let you know when that happens. You see? Because she doesn't see him often, it creates a desire for him. Guys, that gives you a blueprint of how women work. In the last video, we talked about how the guy waited weeks to ask her out after adding her into the Instagram. He wouldn't like a photo. He wouldn't do anything. And it made her make the first move.
Also to my friends on Snapchat, being like, okay, guys, sure, next time he comes in, which he didn't come in like super often, like maybe once a week, I'll ask him out.
See, when a guy likes a girl, what do guys do? They go every fucking day. Every day. Go once a week. Spares it out. Twice in a row just to give her something to think about.
20 minutes after I post that, he comes in. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'm writing my number on his cup. And he goes. And I'm like making his iced Americano. Because he's a freak and that's what he orders. And he goes, hey, I don't know if this is weird. Yada yada, would you like to go on a date with me? Something or other, asking me out. And I'm like,
notice how, honestly, how you say it doesn't matter. It's how she feels that matters. He primed her for this moment.
Like, oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that I'm literally doing the same thing right now. So anyway, I let him finish his little speech. And I'm like putting his thing together. And he finishes, and I'm holding his cup. And he was like, would you like to go out sometime? And I go, look at your cup. Like
I see the cups. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
already been writing it. Isn't that crazy? For proof, we still have the cup. It says text me, and then my phone number, which I'm not gonna show you. And he kept it. I didn't know that until like a year later. He kept it that whole time.
Oh yeah, women don't know how obsessed men could get.
Anyway, I just love us, and I love him, and I love talking about him. So, if you want more stories,
yeah, man, you see that's so. What's the moral of the story here? Well, first of all, don't make the first move when you feel like she likes you. Wait. You'll know if she likes you because by you making her wait, she'll start showing you more signs of interest in her face. Like, because they get angsty, they get impatient, and they start talking to their goofy friends and their dumbass friends, which benefits us. We all need those dumb friends. It's like an earthquake when you're having sex. Like, if there's an earthquake, you get more bounce, right? Those dumb friends give us bounce. So what you do then, you just flirt. Once you could tell in their eyes, then you start flirting. But make sure that you don't see her often. Don't worry, she's not gonna meet a guy. Trust me. Women have a tough time meeting guys that they like. Most of the guys that they meet are impatient, unlike you. And so then, right after a few weeks, I don't know, it depends, right? It truly depends. But after a while, then you ask her out. Once you see her flirting, when you go and talk to her first and see her response. See if she talks, see if she's receptive, and you'll know because she spills more beans, no pun intended. She talks more, she gives more information, her face lights up. She talks to you different than the other customers. And then once you feel that a few times of talking, wait a little bit longer to see her and then ask her out. I'm telling you, man, this will prime her. This will keep her interested longer term. When this process of going out on a date takes longer, which most guys just don't have the patience, women like you more. It's like having being raised with your kid and having a relationship versus meeting them when you're 20. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. I don't even know. I don't even care what you guys think. This is right.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I can tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.